This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the Noon Barbados Day update for Thursday, December 19, 2013. I'm Kamar Jordan. We begin at this hour with an appeal to government to review its plans to abolish free tertiary education at the University of the West Indies. It comes from the Deputy Principal, Professor Eugene Baratow, who was recently awarded a Gold Crown of Merit in the National Independence Honors. Professor Baratow says the change in funding arrangement, which was announced by Finance Minister Chris Sinclair in his August budget, amounts to the biggest challenge currently facing the UWI. And she told an audience last night that included Prime Minister Frendel Stewart that they remain optimistic that the government will do the right thing by fine-tuning its proposal to have students pay 20% of their tuition costs.
The greatest challenge we face this year is the proposed change in the government's model of funding the higher education of Barbadians at the University of the West Indies. I say proposed because we remain optimistic that there will be some fine-tuning of the implementation of the proposal. The campus is very much aware of the adverse economic climate the government faces. We are even more cognizant and appreciative of the resolute commitment of the government of Barbados to the University of the West Indies and the Cayville campus in particular.
Meantime, the Prison Fellowship has scaled back its assistance to needy families for yet another year. Fellowship head Thomas Watt says this will also mean they'll be giving far less gifts for the Christmas season. He blames this on the economic climate.
Every year, we used to deal with 1,500 kids. But according to the economic crisis that we are, everything cut back because the finance that we used to get in, we're not getting it anymore. So we have to cut back to reach about maybe 800, or a little less, or a little more.
Watts made the comments this morning at the presentation of gifts from Scotiabank staff to the Fellowship's Angel Tree program. In other news, a man is now in police custody following a shooting in 6 Roads in Phillip yesterday that left 2 people injured. 19-year-old Jason Blenman of Station Hill, St. Michael, was shot in his back, while Shamar James was shot in his chest. Both are in stable condition at the QEH. Police say a firearm was also recovered. Meantime, a 31-year-old man has been remanded to prison in connection with a shooting incident at Pleasant Hall Road in October. Leon Lawrence of Bonnets Hill Housing Area, Britain's Hill, St. Michael, appeared in the District A Magistrates Court yesterday. He has been charged with endangering a life and unlawful use of a firearm. He's due back in court on January 15. In sports, Dennis Ramden collected his 4th Test 100 and Shivnarine Shanapal was eyeing his 29th as they pulled the West Indies out of the depths of another depressing batting slump in the 3rd Test against New Zealand on Thursday. Ramden made 107 and Shanapal was unbeaten on 94 as the West Indies sent into bat reached 289 for 6 in their first innings at the close of the opening day. The Caribbean boys trailed 0-1 in the 3-Test series following a defeat by an innings and 73 runs in the 2nd Test, which ended last Friday. There's regional and international news after this short break.
McInerney Quality and Consolidated Finance invite you to trade in your old car for a new one. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. That's right, all trade-ins are welcomed. Any make or model we'll trade towards your new car. Plus, you get 2 years free insurance when you purchase a Kia, Mazda or Ford. And with on-the-spot financing by Consolidated Finance, you can drive away with something new. So, bring your car and come to McInerney Quality in Wildy. All trade-ins are welcome.
In regional news, a Trinidad and Tobago man who was sentenced to death for killing 3 people has had his sentence commuted. Lester Pittman will instead serve at least 40 years behind bars for the 2001 killing of a former BBC broadcaster and her 2 family members during a home invasion. The 33-year-old, who was one of 2 men convicted of the crime, had appealed the 2004 decision, saying he was not of sound mind at the time. Internationally now, a man accused of being a fake interpreter at the Nelson Mandela Memorial has been admitted to a psychiatric hospital. He was taken to the hospital for a checkup, but was immediately admitted. His wife says he might have had a breakdown. The interpreter is accused of making up gestures at last week's memorial, but he insists he's a qualified interpreter and merely suffered a sudden attack of schizophrenia. Sad indeed. Well, that's our noon update. Join us again at 6 p.m. In the meantime, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, or better yet, like us on Facebook to get more news and sports. I'm Kmar Jordan. Have a great afternoon.
This news update brought to you by
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.